Hi, and welcome to our Sports World on Monday, the 19th of February. Very quiet day, as Mondays usually are. One of the things that would have happened, of course, with America being way ahead of us in time is in the States in the golf. My man, Hideki Matsuyama, hit a 62 in the final round to win the Genesis Open, or whatever it's called. So many different names, I tend to forget. Matsuyama, of course, a couple of years back, was the first Japanese guy to win a major, as in the Masters, a country that has something like, oh my god, I don't know how many more golfers anywhere else in the world, 20, 30 million of them, but I think he's the main man, and came from 6 shots off to win quite easily. And his final nine was, just watching it on YouTube, was quite something. Hitting long irons to within a couple of inches, that kind of thing, a couple of times. And always told Hideki he's a cool guy, and I know what I'm talking about from a Japanese point of view. He has this un-Japanese kind of coolness that I haven't seen with some of the rest of them. Not terribly popular in Japan, actually. They prefer the Ryo Ishikawas, who is thinner and possibly better looking, but after being a superstar in Japan, he failed miserably outside Japan. Whereas Hideki is still there and will now be one of the favourites for the Masters, I would imagine. Just watching one of his great shots where he got a couple of inches and a kind of a shy smile at the caddy. No kind of fist pumping or any of that sort of lark, but just a lovely, quiet smile. Yeah, man, I've done that. So that was nice. The other news would have been slight bit of news, I suppose, is Roy Hodgson has resigned from the Crystal Palace job. Poor old Roy. I think he's been a bit sick or whatever, but he's definitely in his 70s anyway, and he's been around management for God knows how long. And just checking his career, and again, it shows you don't have to be a success to earn money in that job, because while not being quite as bad as David Moyes, he's quite close. Truly, he's been counting them between national and club jobs. He had close to 20 of them. Of course, finishing with Crystal Palace, who the success was just barely scraping back into the Premiership every year, but not doing very much. Roy, again, one of those guys who talked a good game, but truly, I mean, not being disrespectful, you wouldn't get excited with anything he'd done. He was with Liverpool, I think, for a while. Inter, got a job with Inter, so I guess you can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time. And maybe with Roy, you can fool all of the people all of the time. But anyway, we wish him well. And finally, with the racing, I'm not going to talk about yesterday at all, because it's back to my usual disaster. Nothing much happening there of any, so a lot of people, again, the racing was poor. I give myself that, but even so, that's not an excuse. It just nothing going in there at all, and still rocking with the idea of Mr. Whiffen, who actually was born in Leeds of all places, but went to County Down at the age of 2, and looking good to make it interesting in the Olympics, that's for sure. I just threw a couple of horses together for tomorrow, just for the interest, but don't pay too much attention. 325 Market Raisin, a horse called Party Vibes, and the 340 at Taunton, a horse called Inca de Lafayette. And finally, and I don't usually go to the all-weather, but get quite desperate on these Mondays, got Newcastle 6:30, Solray. The reason I don't go near Old Welland much, from my point of view, is you can't trust the form. You really can't. You just don't know what's going to happen there. It's just not, as I would say, natural ground for horses. They're meant to run on grass, and you can get the most amazing outsiders winning. Of course, no, then the favourites come in, but it's more noticeable than on the normal grounds. And I always think of those horses behind the leading horses getting sand kicked into their faces. It can't be pleasant. It's just not natural. It's a bit like the American dirt. And most of the American races are on dirt. So that finished me for American racing. So, but anyway, that's enough of that rant. So on this early-ish time, I'm going to say good night and thank you for listening. And tomorrow is another day.